Without knowledge of the second home, how can one know the path to heaven? Xiefeng. September 2, 2023. Many people aspire to a heavenly life, and there are many who practice and seek enlightenment to go there. But if you don't know the second home, how can you know the way to heaven? To reach heaven, there are several key criteria. To have no worldly entanglements. To repay the debts accumulated through past lives. For life's quality to reach selflessness and unselfishness. To know how to have fun. How can those who have not experienced life in the second home meet these four hard criteria? It's virtually impossible. Trying to end worldly ties while living in the secular world is like trying to clean your feet while standing in mud. How can your feet ever be completely clean? How can one ever be free from worldly ties? Seeking to repay accumulated debts from past lives while being in this mundane world is akin to borrowing money from one person to repay another. It's like borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. How can it ever be fully repaid? In traditional society, aspiring to achieve unselfishness and selflessness is as challenging as trying to lift oneself off the ground by pulling one's own hair. Is it even possible? The notion of being unselfish and selfless contradicts the very essence of survival in that program. Do you know how to have fun? If not, why would you go to heaven? Do you think speeding in a car, riding roller coasters, yachting at high speeds, bungee jumping, or gambling in a casino is having fun? Wrong. If you haven't experienced games and entertainment activities in the second home, you basically don't know what real fun is. Therefore, anyone who hasn't been influenced by life in the second home will find it incredibly challenging to enter heaven, no matter how much they practice and seek enlightenment. Do you believe that understanding the Diamond Sutra, Heart Sutra, Quran, Bible, Tao Te Ching, or other classics can lead you to heaven? Dream on. Does comprehending principles alone lead to heaven? Dream on. Only through actual practice can you reach heaven. Can you achieve that? I often say, have nothing, possess everything, which is a portrayal of heavenly life. But can you truly have nothing? Without the second home, if you have nothing, wouldn't you become a beggar? Even beggars find it challenging to have nothing because they still need a begging bowl and a stick to protect themselves. Without the second home, if you have nothing, you might find yourself in dire straits. Where does having everything come from then? Some might say, I will go to temples and monasteries to practice, to have nothing and possess everything. The issue is, when you're born into the human world, did the Creator only intend for you to go to monasteries and temples to practice? Every creation has a clear purpose. When you make a kettle, is it not meant for boiling water rather than being kept in a storage room for mice to nest in? Did the Creator make humans for spiritual practice? I see many people discussing the principles and ethics of being human, talking about how to enhance their cognition, broaden perspectives, and elevate their realms. They preach benevolence, righteousness, rituals, wisdom, and credibility, talk about being gentle, kind, humble, frugal, and courteous. They also talk about gong, magic, techniques, and how to be a good person, discussing transcending from the three-dimensional world to the fourth or even fifth-dimensional world. While these discussions are good and valuable, what I want to tell everyone is that these discussions alone cannot lead one to heaven. In conclusion, without understanding the production and lifestyle of the second home, without experiencing and practicing in the second home firsthand, no one can go to heaven.